Welcome back. We're gonna be seeing how to use the waist level finder. This is a very common type of viewing the image when you're working with this medium format cameras. You look at it from the top on a little glass over here, and then you decide on what you want to frame, and then you shoot. This is a type of finder that is very common, and it actually helps you to have a little different image of a different look for your photos when you're shooting with this medium format cameras, because you don't have this next to your face and trying to point from your face level. You're actually having it like from your waist. That's what it's called, waist level finder. You put it down, on your chest or around your waist, and you look at it from the top and you take the picture from there. So it does change the angle, and just by changing the angle where you're shooting from, that already gives you a different look of your photograph. Because a lot of the times when people is just walking around taking pictures, they would shoot with the camera on their eyes and not from any other interesting angle. Some of them go extreme, right? So they go all the way down, all the way up. But this way, it will force you, just as the other cameras force you to have the camera on your face, this one would kind of intuitively would start to have a lot of your pictures just at the same level of your chest or your waist where you're actually shooting. So you will start to develop a different look of your images, and just because the camera is actually forcing you to shoot from that point of from that height, right? All right. So how to use this thing? It's actually a pretty simple thing. That's not hard. So it doesn't have any grooves. It's pretty smooth all the way around, right? On the top, it just have some little like plasticky thingies, so it doesn't. I guess it doesn't scratch, or it doesn't. If it hits something. But it does help for like anti-slippery. So you open it just by grabbing any side. You can grab it from the back. Use it from one finger, two fingers. You see, it will actually have. It has a spring little action there. I'm gonna do it as slow as I can, and then you can see the spring movement of this. So there, I'm just grabbing the little edge of it, and there it has like a little plane there. I keep on going up, and then it opens the side covers. I still have to push. If I lose the strength in here, it will go back to close position. So it still wants to close at this point. Still wants to close. It still wants to close even up here. And all the way up here. Pretty much very close to all the way to the end until this thing pops out. It still keep trying to be wanting to close. Alright, so this way will allow you to see the focusing screen. You can see I have it there. And you just see through this. But obviously, if you're shooting something that like a landscape or something you want to focus, sometimes you just want to have like a little bigger image than what you can see there. Because over here on this on the focusing screen, what you're gonna see is an image of the whole landscape. So yeah, that's cool and all, and you can focus, but it will be sometimes better if you can actually focus. If you can actually see a larger image, right? So if you can amplify that view. So a lot of times you can just work it like that if you just want to look at it from far, or if you want to put your face in here. Let me bring this down here. There we go. If you want to put your face in here and look through this, because just as it is, you can look at it from far and you can kind of figure out what's going on in there. But if you want to have like a little more personal look, like a more private kind of look, you have to pull this up. Now this one will pop a little cover over here with a magnifier. So this thing has like this little knob in here called the magnifier release, and you need to move this to the left. So you push it to the left and it will pop up the magnifier that is right now, it's back there. You see, and it will stop right in place, and the height is already decided and it's measured and everything. So this lens will help you to focus. And as soon as you put your face here, you can see I don't know if you can see it right there, but Yeah, I'm not sure if it's possible to see it through here, but you can see a little larger version of what you see in there. So it's like looking through a microscope kind of thing, but it's obviously not that strong. So minus 1.5, and we'll go that in a little bit later. Now to lower down this thing that just popped out, the magnifier, right? To lower down the magnifier, they say, gently push the base plate of the magnifier all the way down until it locks its place. So the base plate would be this area right here, right? So don't push them there. You push this, or this area right here, and it is gently. You don't need to put any strength at all. It's as you can see, even if you're walking, sometimes you can see this. You can hear this doing that. So it's not a super strong springs, but it's enough to hold it in place. You push it down, and it doesn't matter how far you go, it will always try to come up. So you have to push it down all the way and then force it down here right at the last moment. And you hear that? That's a click. So that locks it into place. So you can pull it out and push it back up. Alright, so that will be lowering that magnifier. Just in case you need it. Now, while it's open, while the magnifier is on the top up position, like that, obviously you cannot close this. It will not go back. So let's see the folding thing. After you lower the magnifier, there you go. Now we're gonna squeeze the right and left panels towards the middle, and you do it at the same time. And just by doing this, it will start already forcing it to close. So I told you, it will immediately want to close until this thing comes out, and this is the reason why it doesn't close. So if you put this one in around here, see, I grabbed my finger already. It tries to close by itself, and there you go. That's to close it up. Now to remove it, this the waist level viewfinder comes with the logo. See this Mamiya RZ67? This is part of the viewfinder. The moving parts are not, but this part is part of the viewfinder. So it has two buttons, and nicely enough they're colored. A little bit purplish, which I like, bluish purple. And it has a little indication arrows, like an enter sign. Not sure if you can see this in here. There we go. There you go. So that's like an enter sign kind of thing, and it will tell you which way you need to push it. So it's not just push it that way, but you have to like push it down in that way. But it doesn't move that much. But it lets you know that the strength cannot come from the back. You cannot just do this from the back of the camera. I mean, I've tried to, but I always have to push it like this way, and then put it out. Or you can do it from the front. You do this, right? So it's not just like, you can do it sometimes from the side, but it's kind of hard to do it. So I find it easier if I actually push back, because it does move back. I think it has like a diagonal type of locking thing. So if you see this, you see I'm trying to push it straight down, and sometimes I can or not, but if I actually do the backward, you see diagonal, there's a diagonal movement in there. Not straight, I cannot push it this way, but if I push it that way, that direction, it does come out. If I push it from here, it doesn't go in at all. So yeah, just a little food for thought. This thing has to be pushed that way in order to push them. Now you push those two buttons, and it doesn't pop out or come out or anything. You have to push those two buttons and then lift it by yourself. See that? So this is this mechanism that they have over here is like a safety mechanism, so it will not be pushed by accident or anything. So you have to do it both sides at the same time, and you can see how it has this little thing there. It just cramps in there, and this will be hold us on this pins right here. Now to put it back, there's a couple of grooves in the camera body. I think we saw that on the previous videos. This groove right here and this groove right here. These two grooves would fit the back side of the viewfinder. So you got the Mamiya logo in here. You open it like that, right? So this is the back part, and you can see there's 2 grooves in there, which would fit right in those holes. So I can, you can do it sometimes without even looking, because you just like try to align it, eyeball it, and it's already aligned. You see? And if the camera wouldn't move out, I mean, I can start lifting the camera just with this thing over here. Right? So there we go. You align it, you put it down, and then this would not clamp in again. So what you need to do is, again, push this to down and push and release it once it's locked into place. So you push those down, put it out, push those down to release and to put back in. So it will not clamp without pushing these 2 buttons. And there you go. So the other type of viewfinders, which I don't have because I don't shoot like that. I would like to have one of those just to try it out, but I know it has a big glass prism and it's heavy, and it may have like an automatic aperture kind of thing, but or a speed. But I haven't tried it yet. I would like to try it out, but I haven't tried it because I actually built my own viewfinder, and I'll show you guys later on anyway. So that's that. That's for the viewfinder, and I hope you guys find this useful, because I'm going into extreme details and everything. And see you guys on the next video.